Modern life has tricked us into sitting too much, moving too little, and forgetting how much motion actually matters. Your joints, fascia, and nervous system are literally begging for variety, but all they get is a couch, a screen, and a body that barely moves. Even if you train regularly, hitting the gym and lifting weights, you might still feel stiff from repeating the same limited movement patterns over and over. Straight lines, repetitive motions, always the same path. But real movement goes beyond that. So let's see how much mobility you still have left. And if you fail these tests, don't worry, that's exactly what the CaliMove app is built for. Our Supreme Mobility program restores natural movement step by step, with short daily routines that unlock your joints, improve flexibility, and make your body feel good again. Just head to calimove.com and download the app. The first test reveals how healthy your ankles, knees, and quads really are. Start by kneeling on the ground with your feet flat and sit your hips back onto your heels. Keep your heels pointing straight back and don't let them flare out to the sides. If that feels comfortable, great, your lower body mobility is solid. If it's uncomfortable or you can't sit all the way down, you may have tightness in your quads or limited ankle dorsiflexion. In that case, start practicing this position regularly. Move only within a pain-free range and begin with some gentle dynamic movements if sitting back feels too intense. If sitting on your heels feels easy, try the advanced version. Slowly lean back while keeping your knees close together. As you go further, your knees will start to lift off the floor. This variation strengthens your shin muscles and improves ankle mobility while maintaining proper knee alignment. There's also a more extreme variation where you sit between your heels with your butt on the floor and lean back. But be careful. This position rotates your thighs inwards and pushes your lower legs outward, which can stress the knees. Only attempt it if your joints are already mobile and well conditioned. The deep squat is the foundation of lower body mobility. It challenges your ankles, hips, and even your upper back, all at once. For the test, stand with your feet about shoulder wide apart and your toes slightly turned out. Now squat down as deep as you can. If your hips drop below your knees, your thighs touch your calves, your torso stays upright and your heels stay flat, congratulations, your mobility is on point. If your heels lift or your torso collapses forward, chances are your ankles or hips are restricted. To improve that, hold onto a bar, pole or a door frame and gently pull yourself into a deep squat position. Stay there for about 60 seconds and let your body gradually adapt. Once this feels comfortable, challenge yourself by placing both hands on the ground and later lowering one arm at a time towards the floor. As you do this, try not to lift your butt too much and focus on keeping your hips low and steady. Also make sure to test both sides and notice if there are any imbalances. This variation requires precise control of your ankles, hips and spine, a true benchmark of full body mobility. The third test checks your hamstring and spine flexibility. Stand tall, then slowly roll down your spine toward the floor, reaching for your toes while keeping your knees extended but not locked. If you can reach them, your mobility is solid. If you fall short, it's usually due to limited hamstring flexibility or reduced spinal flexion. Unlike in strength or lifting movements, it's not necessary to keep your spine straight during this test. In fact, the goal is to roll down segment by segment, letting your spine flex naturally. A rounded spine shows how well your vertebrae and hamstrings can move together, which is exactly what we want to assess. To improve, keep practicing either the standing or seated toe touch. Choose the one that feels better for your body and allows you to move with control. With consistency, your range of motion and your toe touch score will steadily improve. To pass the advanced version, you need to place your palms flat on the floor. And if you want to take it even further, bend your elbows while doing so. The next test measures your combined shoulder mobility, both internal and external rotation. Start by reaching one hand over your shoulder and down your back and the other hand up from below. Try to make your fingers touch behind your back. If there's a noticeable gap, you likely have tightness in your chest, lats or internal rotators. If your fingers come close on both sides, your shoulder mobility is solid. However, it's still pretty normal if one side is limited. If you can't pass this test or feel restricted, practice this position regularly. Stay relaxed, breathe deeply, and gently reach a little further each time. With consistent practice, your range of motion will improve and the behind the back reach will start to feel much easier and more natural. To pass the advanced version, your fingers need to overlap on both sides. If they don't, keep working on the weaker side until it catches up with the stronger one. This test shows how well your shoulders and upper back can flex overhead without your lower back compensating. Stand with your back against the wall and gently tuck your pelvis so your lower back stays in contact with it or remains neutral. Keep your elbows straight and thumbs pointing up. Now slowly raise both arms overhead and try to touch the wall with your thumbs without letting your ribs flare or your lower back lift off the wall. If that feels easy, try the advanced version. Rotate your arms so your palms face forward, then attempt to press your entire wrist against the wall. If you can do this while keeping your back flat, you've got excellent shoulder mobility. The last test measures how well your upper back can rotate, a key component of healthy, pain-free movement in your shoulders and spine. Start in a kneeling position, sitting back on your heels. Lean forward and place your forearms on the ground in front of you. Place your right hand behind your back or on the back of your head. Now rotate your free shoulder towards the ceiling as far as possible. Ideally, you should reach around 50 degrees of rotation through your upper back. Repeat on the other side and compare. If one side feels tighter or doesn't rotate as far, you likely have restrictions in your thoracic spine or surrounding muscles. To pass the advanced test, you should reach about 90 degrees of rotation on each side. Alright guys, if you passed all 6, awesome. You're already moving better than 90% of people. And if you nailed all the advanced version, you're probably in the top 1%. If you failed one or more, don't worry. Start with these exact positions. Spend a few minutes each day exploring the ranges you struggle with. Your body will thank you with less pain, better posture and more freedom in every movement you do. If you want to improve your mobility step by step, check out our Supreme Mobility program inside the CaliMove app. It adapts to your level, tracks your progress and helps you move and feel better than ever, with easy to follow guided workouts.